Welcome to Business BTS, the place where we take you behind the scenes of the biggest stories in business and finance. Today, we're tackling one of the most profitable and secretive industries of the digital age: data. Did you know that every time you scroll through your feed, click on an ad, or even like a post, you're making someone rich? It's not magic, it's data. In this video, we'll break down how tech giants like Facebook, Google, Amazon, Apple, and TikTok have turned your personal information into a billion-dollar business. And trust me, you'll want to know how it all works. Let's start with the basics. Your data is worth money. But how? Every time you use social media, browse a website, or shop online, companies collect tiny bits of information about you, what you like, where you are, and even what time you're most active. Over time, these little bits of data create a profile of who you are, and this is gold for advertisers. The more precise your profile, the more they're willing to pay to target you. Now let's talk about how these companies actually collect your data. Take Facebook, for example. Every time you like a post, share a meme, or interact with content on the platform, Facebook records it. And it's not just what you do on Facebook itself. Their reach extends far beyond. Even when you're browsing other websites, Facebook tracks your activity through various third-party tools. Google? Well, it's no different. Every search, every YouTube video you watch, even your navigation habits on Google Maps, they're all carefully logged and analyzed. Ever noticed how Google serves you ads that seem eerily accurate to your recent activity? That's their ad algorithm at work, using your search history, location, and even your browsing behavior on other websites to tailor ads just for you. And let's not forget Amazon. While most people see Amazon as just an online shopping platform, it's much more than that. Amazon uses your purchase history, browsing patterns, and even voice commands on Alexa to recommend products and, you guessed it, to serve targeted ads. It's no coincidence when Amazon's product suggestions hit the nail on the head. Their data collection engine is fine-tuned to understand not only what you're interested in, but also what you're likely to buy next. Even companies like Apple, which often brand themselves as privacy-conscious, collect data to enhance user experience and advertise. While they've introduced features like app tracking transparency to limit tracking, Apple still gathers data through the App Store, ads within apps, and their own services. Then, we have TikTok. TikTok's powerful algorithm can quickly predict your preferences based on the videos you watch, like, and share. The app tracks every interaction, and thanks to this constant data collection, it serves you hyper-personalized content. And of course, ads. TikTok's rise to prominence is directly tied to its ability to understand users' interests in a way that's almost addictive. But it has also faced scrutiny for how it handles user data, especially given its connections to China. So how do these companies actually turn your data into dollars? While it may seem like they're giving away free services, like social media, search engines, or even video streaming, what you're really paying with is your information. They don't sell your data directly. Instead, they use it to serve advertisers. The more precise their understanding of you, the more they can charge for ad space. For instance, Facebook, with all its user data, made over $114 billion from advertising in 2021. Google, with its ecosystem of search, YouTube, and ads, earned a staggering $209 billion that same year. It's the same story with Amazon, where personalized product ads based on user behavior contributed to its massive $31 billion in ad revenue. These companies aren't just tech giants. They're advertising powerhouses fueled by data. While Apple may not be as ad-centric as Facebook or Google, they still collect and use data for personalized services and ads within their ecosystem. Meanwhile, Microsoft leverages LinkedIn, where user data from millions of professionals is utilized for job recommendations and highly targeted professional ads. What kind of data are they collecting? But what exactly are these companies collecting? It's not just your name and email. They want to know your location, your interests, your habits, and even your future buying intentions. They're looking at what you search for, what videos you watch, and even how long you spend on certain websites. With this information, they can predict your behavior. And that's worth a lot to advertisers. Let's face it, Facebook probably knows more about you than your best friend. privacy and legal concerns. Now let's talk about the big elephant in the room: privacy. Is this even legal? Well, for the most part, yes. When you sign up for these services, you agree to their terms of service, which usually include permission to collect and use your data. But the real question is, how many of us actually read those terms before hitting I agree? Of course, there are privacy laws in place. In 2018, the European Union introduced the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, which gives users more control over their data. Similarly, in the United States, states like California have passed their own privacy laws. However, tech companies often find ways to collect data through subtle, less obvious methods. It's a constant battle, says a privacy expert. As soon as one loophole closes, another one opens. Who's profiting from this data? So, who's benefiting from all this data collection? Well, it's pretty clear. Tech giants like Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Apple. Alphabet, Google's parent company, is worth over $1.6 trillion, while Facebook's parent company, Meta, is valued at over $700 billion. Their wealth is built on the back of data, your data. But it's not just the big players. Even smaller platforms like TikTok have turned data into big money. Their rise to dominance has been fueled by their ability to quickly understand user behavior and monetize it through hyper-targeted ads. At the end of the day, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Your data is the commodity, and companies like Facebook, Google, Amazon, Apple, and TikTok have perfected the art of turning it into billions of dollars. So the next time you scroll through your feed, make a purchase, or search for something online, remember, it's all part of the business of data.